Hey guys, welcome back to A Moment of Crime, the series that delves deep into mysteries and chilling criminal cases. In today's episode, we'll explore the perplexing case of Bennylyn Burke, a case that sent shockwaves through the community and left investigators scratching their heads. Join us as we unravel the mystery surrounding her disappearance and the grim discoveries that followed. A man in Dundee, Andrew Innes, has been found guilty of the murder of Bennylyn Burke, aged 25, and her 2-year-old daughter, Jellica Burke. Their bodies were discovered buried beneath his kitchen floor. In addition to the murder charges, Innes was also convicted of sexually abusing the toddler and raping another child at his residence during the period from February 20th to March 5th, 2021. Bennylyn moved to the UK from her home in the Philippines after marrying a man from the UK. Sadly, their relationship fell apart and she entered sheltered housing in Kingswood. Bennylyn first met Innes online, and officers later uncovered that he had set up his account specifically to find young moms with children. He offered Bennylyn a well-paid job if she came to Scotland, but she refused. Then he turned up at her home after driving over 400 miles during lockdown. She felt sorry for him for having to sleep in his car because he could not go to a hotel, so she eventually agreed to go back to his home in Dundee for the weekend. Tragically, police found Bennylyn's body hidden in big bags under the kitchen floor. She had been stabbed and beaten to death with a hammer. The verdict was delivered after a 5-day trial held at the High Court in Edinburgh, where Judge Lord Beckett instructed the jury to return guilty verdicts for both murder charges based on medical evidence regarding Innes's mental state at the time. The trial presented some of the most distressing evidence ever witnessed in the Scottish court. While Innes admitted to killing Burke and Jellica, he denied the murder charges and claimed diminished responsibility as a special defense. Upon his arrest, when questioned about Burke's whereabouts, Innes chillingly responded to the police, saying, "She's under the kitchen floor." Regarding the 2-year-old, he added, "Under the floor with Mom. I couldn't look after a child. The child was screaming." Innes claimed Burke lunged at him with a sushi knife and said killing her was an act of self-defense. But when he took to the witness box on the 3rd day of his trial, he admitted this was not true. Instead, the court was told he was apocalyptically angry when he hit her on the head and repeatedly with a hammer before stabbing her with a samurai sword retrieved from his office. It happened as she was preparing food in the kitchen when, he said, he thought she looked like a hybrid of his estranged wife and a jilted lover. In an interview played to the jury, the girl he was found to have raped said Jellica was killed during a game of hide-and-seek and she could not save her because she didn't know what was happening. She said Innes sexually abused the toddler and she described repeated sexual assaults and rapes inflicted on her. The girl said that after she was sexually assaulted, she would be paid and she referred to jobs during the interview. Innes denied the sex attacks when arrested and, on March 5th, told the police, "I never touched the girl." But a jury found this to be a lie after being presented with DNA evidence from items including handcuffs and clothing. Innes's lies unraveled further when the evidence of his mental state at the time was discussed. Dr. Gordon Cowan, a psychiatrist, told the court that Innes had changed his story multiple times when asked why he killed Burke. At first it was self-defense, then he heard voices, before Innes finally settled on his hybrid vision story. Cowan said of Innes, "It's clear he held resentment towards his ex-partners, and this lady in front of him in some way reminded him of these ladies, and he became angry, uncontrollably angry, at her." Innes told the court that the pair were not buried in concrete, saying during his evidence, "I dug them a respectable grave, gave them a Christian burial, and then replaced the floor. That's all I did." He also told the court of his attempted self-castration and negotiations with a potential sex playmate, and he rallied against his estranged wife for cutting and dyeing her hair in a way that he did not like. Innes now faces life imprisonment, with each murder carrying a mandatory life sentence. Lord Beckett deferred sentencing. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Moment of Crime. If you found the story as chilling as we did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more gripping tales of mysteries and crimes. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and never stop seeking the truth.